Hey everybody, welcome back to JR Budgets, and this is May week two's cash stuffing. So I'm going to get right into it. I have €5 in coin, and then I have 100 placeholder, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, that's 30, 40, oh my god, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 82. So I have a €300 to cash stuff this week with 100 in placeholder, which I will pop at the back because we know where that's going. And I did, and I'll explain it along the way, I did take some stuff out of binders, starting with tech. So I've been saying for a long time I want to buy a new Apple Watch, which I did. I bought it here. It's, yeah, I've run like theater mode at the moment, so it's not flashing up. So it was 350, so I took €50 out of here because I'm actually claiming the 300 part through work. So yeah, amazing. I should get that back in my payroll this month. So I'm going to add in 10 this week to tech, and tech will then have 10, 20, 30, 35 and 50 placeholder. So that should have €85 in tech now, so I can color into more of these. So I was going to wait until I went to Canada to buy it, but I was looking on Amazon, and so like on the Apple website the watch is $450, and on Amazon it was $350. So I said I will just strike while the iron is hot and get it. So tech now has 85. Eating out then next is another one I took some money out of. So I was in London on Friday and Saturday this week. So my brother and my niece and my brother's girlfriend were going over to London, and I actually booked a mystery guest visit for a hotel. So I actually will get reimbursed for the hotel. I had to have dinner in the hotel and breakfast in the hotel, so that will be reimbursed as well. So I'm actually not going to take that money out of anywhere. I put it on the credit card, and it should get reimbursed before the credit card bill comes out. So instead of taking it out and adding it back in, I'm just going to actually leave it here for now. And I'm going to do that going forward. If I have any other like mystery dining visits, I'm just coloring in anything random now. But if any more mystery dining visits, I'll just pop them in to, I won't take them out of anywhere. I'll just leave them on the credit card and let them like pay off when they get reimbursed. So I did take €20 out of here, and that was for just like kind of picking bits here and there. So I went to Greg's, got some sausage rolls there, just like buying a bottle of water here and there, buying like a Coke and all that. So yeah, that now has €80 with 50 of that in the bank. And I actually also did a mystery guest visit while I was over there in Pret a Manger. So that was my breakfast on one of the days, which will get reimbursed as well. So happy days. Health is not going to get anything this week, but it has 150. So we can leave that as it is. Cats is going to get a tenner this week. So I can color in 2 more cats. So we had a great old time in London. My niece is like 1.5, less than 1.5. So she really enjoyed it. And like we went to, if anyone knows London, the Outer Net, where the big screens are up and there's like a piano there, and she was sitting playing the piano and she was really enjoying it. So Kat has 50 quid. Happy days. Clothing then is going to get a tenner. I actually meant to go to Penny's Primark when I was over there, but I actually didn't have time. So I stayed in Woolwich, a hotel out in Woolwich, and when we were there, so we got there on Friday morning to London. So we did Horizon 22, which we were able to book tickets on the day, which is great, but I would recommend booking them in advance to save you the hassle. And we also did the Lookout in Bishopsgate, which I had tickets for. They're free, so definitely worthwhile doing. So clothing, has 150 in the bank and 10 in cash, so 160 now in clothing. But yeah, definitely would recommend doing both of them. They're both free. Really, really, really enjoyed it. And then we went out and did the cable carts. They used to be the Emirates cable carts. They're the TFL ones now, I think they're called. but they were really, really fun. And we did the round trip on that. So appliances is going to get a $5. And of course the weather was amazing as well, which really, really helps, because my brother, they actually went over recently themselves with my niece, and they said that it was just pissing rain the whole time, so I just really couldn't enjoy it. So this time they were able to enjoy it. Now, appliances has 50 in the bank and then €30 in cash. So appliances has 80 quid. Oh my god. Books is not going to get anything. I did buy a book, but I'm actually taking it. I took it out of spending money. Yes, I took it out of spending money. And then home, I've cleaned this off, and I'm going to add a 5 to here. So I coloured in the one down here at the bottom. So I can colour in, start this again. And I think I'll do it once more and then leave it at the 150. I think is what it gets to. So home has 50 in the bank, and then 5, 10 and 30, so €80 in home. So yeah, if I do that once more, it'll be 150, which I think is a nice amount to get it to, unless I buy anything in the meantime. So nights out is going to get a $5, and it has €80 in the bank already. So I'm going to colour in one of these. And that now has €90 with 80 of that in the bank. And then, so saving for a treat is next. So this had 100 in the bank. So I went to a show when I was in London. So I actually changed, it was like €34 is what the ticket came out as. And then I bought the show program, so I took 50 out of here, which gave me like a balance of €10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that to the side. I'll pop it at the back, and I'm going to pop it into my yearly challenge. But for now, this is going to get a $5 into saving for a treat. So I'll start saving this back up again. So yeah, I went to Hadestown when I was over there. Didn't really know what to expect. I bought the ticket. It was like £30 for the ticket. I bought it on Today Ticks, the app. It was, I don't know how I feel about the show, and that's the best way to describe it. Like, it wasn't bad, but they were really good, but I don't know if I'd go to see it again. I didn't know what the storyline was going to be, but like it was good. Like I did enjoy it. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it, but I don't know if I'd go to see it again. And then my house is not going to get anything, but it has 150 in the bank. So that is this binder. And we're going to move on to this one. So I'm going to start with spending money, which is 50 quid. So with spending money and travel from last week, and everything I kind of took out of all the binders, I have €2 left over, which I will pop in here straight away. So that's for each case is worth €1. And once that gets done, I will condense it and pop it into this challenge. So starting off then with spending, it gets 50. And I roll, which dice do I roll? I think it's this one. For a number, 3 is already gone. 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put this one here. And that is a beehive for a tenner. So I can roll once more. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just roll this, a 6-sided dice, which is 2. So 1, 2. And that is another beehive, so 20. Do I gamble and roll again? Let's check. I'm going to flip a coin. Heads is gamble, tails is no. And that came out as tails, which is no. Great. So I can put €20 in there and keep 30 for my spending this week. What's this more? It's all over the table. It gets everywhere. Scratch off dust. So we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those left. I think that is all of the €10 left. So what have I gone? I've had 4 of them. I've only had 2 of each, so I presume 2 of each left. I'm not sure. I'm dreading the day where I get 50, or I get 40 and 20 and 20. Anyway, moving on to travel then. So I have €20 for travel, and I am in the office twice this week coming. So I should be okay with that. So I'm going to roll, which is a 1. So I can cross off a 1. I'll roll again, which is another 1. A 6. That's 8. And I'm going to roll once more, which is another 6. What's that, 14? But at least all the 6s are gone. So that leaves me 6 for travel, which it actually should be okay because I have the 30 from spending, so I can always add that across if need be. So travel now has 6 in coin, and then 10, or sorry, the roll and save has 6. So that's, and 5 is 11, 21, 31, and 71. And I actually do need to add up what's in the scratch card one, so I will do that now. So the scratch card savings has 50 in the bank, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 20. So 110 in the scratch card savings. And then we move on to the 25 envelope challenge. So I can add another envelope, which means I am on the home straight now. Oh, what way am I taking this off? There we go. I'm on the home straight, so I only have 4 more weeks of this, and it will be completed. So 25 going in here. So put the 20 there, which means I now have 5, 10, 15. So I'm going to go backwards because it'll make it easier. So 200, 400, 450. That's 525. So another one of those, 4 weeks those, and that will be done. Moving on to the summer saver. So I am going to start the last one of these now, which is the flamingo challenge, and I'm going to pop in 5 for flamingo. I might be putting in 10. I think it could be 10, but I'll come back if I have to. So that's one of them gone for now. And so far I've completed Summertime, Aloha, and Beach Vibes. And in that one, at the moment, we have everything here. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, and 50. So 130 in that one. And there's the 3 that I have completed already. And then this one I am doing from leftover travel. That's worth 35. Once I get 35, I'm adding it to the Pina Colada one. And with the Pina Colada one, I've changed the values to make it last a little bit longer because I really am enjoying this challenge. So moving on to Celtic Craze then. I am going to put in 15 this week and do the last leprechaun on the list. So I can take out another one of these. And let's put him here. So Celtic Craze now has 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 50, which is 85. And then we are moving on to word search savings. So this one is going to get 10 this week, and I'm going to do a 3 for B, which is here. And then I am going to do a 7 for renewal. Which is here. So This one now has 10, 20, 30, 35, and 40. And that can go in here. So that is that binder done. I am going to pop a fiver into Christmas really quickly, and I still haven't reallocated that. So a fiver can go in here and into the stocking savings. So I'll color in this. So that now has 15. And then give an extra tenner, which I will check in a second. So that can go over here. I did pop some challenges in here. So this is going to be the annual one, the year one. So I am in the middle of May at the moment. So I was going to put in 10 into May anyway. And then that 10 that I have from saving for a treat, which I will pop in 20 here to May. So that is going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Because each tulip is 2. So May now has €30 left. And then I have a tenner left, which I need to double check I did everything that I was going to do. That got some, that got some, that got, they all got stuff. Christmas got some. Canada, I'm going to move on to Canada anyway because it needs to get its placeholder here. And I have the tracker completed, so we're not going to do any more of that. So Canada now has 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 100, 250. So 2,250 in Canada. London was emptied. So I have €10 left, and I'm not really sure what I want to do with it. So I will go back into this one. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back in here, and I'm going to do another flamingo. Actually, I won't. I'm going to go into the Pina Colada challenge. Pop in 10. So that now has 55. And I am going to cross off a coconut for a 10. Perfecto. That is this week's video. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you in my next video. Have a great week, everybody. Take care. Bye.